Morning everybody, welcome back. Saturday in the shop. I got my little buddy here with me today. So this is Oscar. We've had Oscar about a month and a half now. He's fitting into the family well. Since he was running around here, I thought I'd introduce you guys since you may see him popping up in the videos today. So we are gonna be back on the Top Fuel bike. Got a bunch of AN fittings and push lock hose and stuff in. I'm gonna try to see about getting the cam cover final installed. I need to find my little box of roll pins, which is around here somewhere. So once I do that, we'll put the distributor drive gear in. We can put the cam cover on and install the fuel pump drive and the fuel pump. So that's kind of the plan for today, is to get that done, start looking at the plumbing, all the hoses. And this thing originally had braided hose with blue and red AN fittings. Probably that's all that was available when this bike was built. And while we are trying to do a restoration on it, I hate those blue and red anodized fittings. So we're going to change that up. We got black anodized fittings and push lock hose. I also don't care for the braided line look with the fuel lines and stuff like that, the oil lines. So that's what we're going to do today. If we get that finished up in enough time, probably get the front pulley, the engine pulley sprocket cleaned up. I need to finish weld that, get it cleaned up and paint that. So maybe we'll do that. So we can turn the motor over with a wrench, then we'll be able to set the push rods and all that good stuff. But first order of the day is getting the cam cover figured out, get the roll pin, get the drive gear on, and that's it. If you're just joining us, we've had a lot of subscribers lately. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Appreciate you guys being here. If you're just seeing this for the first time today, please don't forget to subscribe. We got a lot of cool projects going on here, and we're doing our best to get as much of it as we can filmed and shared with you guys. So that's it. I'm gonna get to work. No luck, but I can still put the cam cover on because I can put that on through the hole. So I'm gonna just, I guess, press on.
My dog, my friends, making choices. Always. They don't listen, but I still say it. Oscar, come here. Dirty over there. Come here. It's dirty.
I got his thing if you want to set it up.
He wants to be a little boy. Little boys are supposed to play and explore.
Yeah, but there's so much.
Yeah, I just...
I'll put it here for it now.
He doesn't want to be in solitary.
Well, he's going to have to be when I'm open because...
Yeah, I mean, he can sit with me for a few minutes, but I have shit to do.
Right.
You don't want to be in prison.
I don't have a choice.
You don't want to be in prison. No way.
Oscar, watch out. I don't want this to hit you.
No way.
All right. So, I cannot find my roll pin still, but what'll happen is this gear will go down inside into the end of the cam, and then this drive unit goes on to here. Then we have our Hillborn pump, which bolts onto the outside of the cam cover, which will be driven off of this. So that's how that's all going to work. And I'm hoping that my bin of roll pins is going to still show up today, and we can get this put together.
There isn't one bike in there that's rideable. I don't believe. They might have cranked it up and rode it around the block.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll have to pull it up here in a second. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It's a bike show, not a bike ride.
They got them on pedestals and
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff, man.
Alright, so we got a roll pin located. Got it in our gear. And we're just going to slip this into place. The little roll pin locks on the indexing pin on the end of the camshaft so that your timing can't move. It's similar if you guys have ever put a ignition timer like in an Evo motor. The little gold cup has a little kind of tab on it that locks you into place on the camshaft. And then it keeps you timed. So we got that in and tightened down. We got our fuel pump here. Now we got our fuel pump. I got to get a couple of bolts. Let's see what we got for bolt. Yeah, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts gonna go in there. So let me grab 4 bolts. We'll come back and put this pump on. All right, we got our bolts. Gonna go ahead and get this pump bolted on.
He was not happy with me. I took the blame though, but I was like, oh my god.
Nicole, I think we should just do that Ninja today. I haven't gotten really anything on it.
You want to do
And
it?
that shit, that's...
He can put a little bit of a bend and I can take it and do that now because I'm done what I have.
Yeah, because that's money. That's
Okay.
those parts. You know what I
That's
mean?
fine. The one that's smashed. Let me clear up.
All right, so we got our pump mounted. First thing to do is put our feed line. This is the largest fuel line I've ever used on anything. It is 3/4 inch hose, 12 AN fittings. It is massive, so kind of cool. Didn't have to do a whole lot of figuring because this bike was already plumbed. So I just ordered new fittings in all the sizes of the fittings that were already on the bike, which everything worked. So we're not having to figure out what we need for fittings. I'm just copying the old lines with some new ones that look nicer. All right, so we got our first line on. You can see the size of this thing. It's crazy massive. 12 AN, 3/4 inch feed line to the Hillborn injection fuel pump. So I think the next thing I need to do is I think I need to fix the motor sprocket nut. Get that fixed up, painted, and put on so that I can do the push rod adjustments, because it's going to be a lot easier to adjust the push rods without the throttle bodies. Adjust these push rods here without the throttle body and the fuel distribution and all that stuff. So I think the move is going to be to go ahead and get that nut fixed up. I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to drag the camera outside for you to watch me TIG weld a couple joints because it's not all that exciting. But so this is the motor nut and the gun start. Somebody made this with looks like an old socket and machined some parts. But anyway, it's kind of nasty. I'm going to, if we can get this to focus, let's see. Anyway, it's only partially welded. This threads on to the crankshaft, and then you use bolts to lock it in place so you can use it to spin the motor. So I'm just going to clean it up, give a quick weld, go over these welds, just make sure everything's nice and strong. We'll give it a quick engine black paint job, and then we'll be able to put it on the bike, turn the motor over, and adjust the push rods. So we'll be back and show you how we do that. Alright, so we got our motor sprocket cleaned up here. I'm going to go ahead and get this installed on the engine. Okay.
You filming?
Yeah.
Does that mean you can't talk?
No, you know, what's up?
When I get you paid up, will you do the exhaust and the carb kit on that little quad for me?
Yeah.
Did you just say yes because you're filming and you didn't want to cuss me out?
No, I don't care.
Fine.
Does it fit on the thing right?
Yeah, it fits. It doesn't go. It doesn't countersink.
Yeah. Well,
Huh?
I would
What
get
would you-
a socket head screw so it countersinks.
Are they shallow though, or are they tall?
They're tall. Or I'd cut the head down. The diameter of the head down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On what though?
Lathe.
Oh. Something I can't do, John.
Well, whose fault is that?
Yours.
10 years you should have learned how to...
You don't give anybody any secrets on the lathe.
That's not true.
It's not.
No.
You don't put that right in the jaws of life.
Yeah, you can for doing that kind of work.
Oh, do it real easy like
Yeah.
that. If you walk back there and I was back there doing something. Okay. I'm basically going to cut that whole piece off. Is that okay? That it's just on this?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's for that and that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to take that off right there.
Yeah.
Yes? Ooh, it's a little sketchy.
Alright, so we got that done. We'll go ahead and bolt down this top motor mount while we're over here on this side. So we got the motor mount on, all bolted down. I'm going to go ahead and do these push rod adjustments. Yeah, I knew they would be.
I can't find that gold thing though. What is it? Steering stop?
Steering stabilizer. Scott's steering. That's not OEM.
The gold one?
No. So, all right. So we're going to go ahead and roll our motor over. We want to get on top dead center on the compression stroke. So we're going to watch our push rods. Here we got the intake. That comes down to bottom. I can see the piston in the hole here. And we're right around top dead center there. And you can see our push rods are real loose.
Damn it, John.
There's a mark in the middle of it. Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
I thought that was your Sharpie mark.
Oh.
You see how it looked, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you needed to cut it
Because the bolt goes in that groove.
in the groove so it can't slide off. Alright, so we're going to adjust our push rods here. If you've never adjusted a push rod on this kind of setup, it's no feeler gauge used because it's a ball cup system. So you just adjust them until you can spin the push rod ever so slightly. Once you can spin your push rod a little bit, if you can see this here, let me see if I can zoom in so you guys can see. When you get a little bit of twist on the push rod, that's your lash, and then you tighten your nut down. there we go. This one here, obviously you can spin, but you see it moves up and down like crazy, so that's no good. So we're going to go ahead and lift these up. I kind of get it when it's real hard, and then when I tighten the nut, that'll usually back it off a little bit and give you your correct lash. So once I get the nut where I think it's tight, I check again. I'm a little bit tighter than I want, so I'll actually grab the top, pull it into the jam nut. Now I got my spin and everything's locked down nice and tight. So we got those two done. We're going to do the rear cylinder now. We got to roll that around to top dead center compression stroke. What?
Can I make some noise?
I don't care.
John, if you want to if you get a break and you want to put that little apparatus together, my starter button, you could do that. And that way I can put that on anyways.
Okay.
Is that the fuel one?
Yeah, if you want to, but if you don't.
Shit.
Is what?
Fuel one.
It's 150 PSI. Locate a tire, I guess you did, right? Or you're easy to get.
I can get one anytime, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just wait around.
Those people freak. Those people freaks. Those city people.
Oh yeah, but you got your vote in. You're on the side. You voted for having worse. Everybody's tax increase, that's for sure. They fucked that one though, fast. Idiots, man. Just brutal idiots. That's never gonna happen. That's like tax on tips. Well, then you just work for tips only, right? No income. Just go work for straight tips. So. Not always. Well, they're supposed to. Most people probably don't. Some of the, yeah. Yep. Alright, so we got our throttle body on, we got our fuel pump on. Now we got this distribution block, which I'm trying to get cleaned up. Everything on here is just really dusty and crusty, so a lot of this stuff we're going to get really finely detailed once we get the whole bike together. But I'm trying to do a cursory cleaning as best I can before I put the stuff on. So got a couple Pingle Guzzler fuel valves on here, which is pretty cool, old school stuff. Some check valves, and I really am going to change out some more of these fittings, I think, to non-anodized once I get them all situated. So, got to refer back to, I took a bunch of pictures before we took it apart for the fuel line routing, so I'm going to refer back to those. Tom, is there a bunch of hard lines in that bin over there? Or can you see them somewhere?
There is one.
No. Are that maybe is there some on the? I'm talking about hard like this.
Oh.
Who's here on motorcycle?
Probably Chuck.
gonna go with a no over here.
No?
Uh-uh.
Oh, never mind.
And number 3.
Yep. Okay.
Bin number 3. Well, I'm at a complete standstill. I came in a working mode today
Huh?
too. I came ready to work.
Well, you got some stuff done. Why don't you go make that spacer for the headlight, mount the headlight?
I'll get a round piece of aluminum and cut it with a bandsaw.
Yeah.
Clean it up and polish it.
But you got to drill it and face it.
Why?
You need a hole in it, unless you can find something with a hole in it already.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, even you still got to face it if you cut it with the bandsaw. You know he's capable of opening the door on his own.
It's fucking polite.
Hey, Chuck.
For a second.
What's up, bro? I have to have Brian detail it before I take it to Daytona. All the polish stuff, no water, just polish.
Yeah,
Polish and detail, no water at all.
might have him do this too, same
Like,
kind of thing.
Never see water.
Yeah.
My Daytona's gonna be all goofed off this year.
Okay. You can tell
I
John.
don't like that.
And I'll tell Amanda you did it, not me.
So you get hurt if you fell from here?
Hell yeah.
No, he wouldn't.
If it smacked him, his nose.
He fell out of the bed a couple times, like hard on his ass, and
Aw.
Oh, it's tough. Hey, tough, yeah.
No, I'm a big baby. I'm not tough.
They're tough like a baby, they're still rubber.
Like wall to wall. Literally back and forth. She's crying.
You think? Did you take pictures of this stuff?
yeah, that's what I'm looking at over here.
I thought, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably figure it out,
Yeah,
just
but
trial
yeah.
and error.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
it's
different than any other
A lot of yeah. I really am not familiar with how this Hillborn works. I need to do, and there doesn't seem to be a ton of like information like readily available.
Yeah,
So
they still make new style ones, or everything's completely different now.
Hillborn's completely out of business, I believe.
Okay.
So everything's electronic now, you know. So I mean, there's still guys around who know,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. But like maybe if the builder, if he ever comes out here,
Yeah.
I'd fire it up or something, you know.
Where's
But
he at?
he travels around. He does Ironman triathlons and stuff. But I think he spends like the winter in Arizona or something. But he's got like a big motorhome and he's always like out and about. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it wouldn't be unheard of for him to show up. He said.
Funny.
What's crazy is he legitimately believes that.
I do.
Is this shop shit or do I get charged for this?
No, shop shit.
You said shop, right?
You done working on bikes? All your bikes running now? Everything's good?
We got stuff to do on them, but yeah, they're running.
Time to get
Ride
back on
them
the
every
Indian
week.
Larry tribute bike.
I worked on it last
have.
week.
Yeah, man, it's there.
Don't be scared.
I just have to ask, why didn't you replace all this stuff?
Some of it you can't.
Okay.
And so I'm just refitting it. A lot of this stuff I'm going to take and strip it just to aluminum. Do I have some big hose cutters in the toolbox, like the top drawer? These are these razor blades, man. You cut one thing with them. Up, up, up.
Up.
One more.
What kind of cutters?
Like something that'll cut this hose.
Can you
Me too.
open it for me? Speaking of.
Dude, I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, then just give me another razor blade.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's shitty.
Dude, I cut one hose with it.
And it's garbage.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Sure
want
it's
it on the
city.
back of Christian's bike.
Blue products, products.
Yeah, they could go together.
Made and printed in the USA.
Yeah, and they're still garbage.
Allegedly. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you ain't gotta pay for no cola, Clint. Just a little Chipotle.
Yeah, I don't ever eat there. I never eat that
It's
stuff.
so good, but it's not worth the,
No, it's not worth the
pain you
pain.
have.
I mean, this is basically a handmade motorcycle, isn't it? I'm
the
looking at
most
all
part.
this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And they did all this.
Yeah.
I wish
Everything
it
is
would-
custom.
You're not gonna get this running, right?
Not before this show for sure.
I want to see it running. I want to hear what it sounds like. Does it sound different than a regular bike?
Yeah.
Like louder?
Yeah.
Why are you giggling at me? I don't
Yeah,
know.
like-
I've never
No.
seen one in
I'll
person.
pull up a Top Fuel bike on the computer later.
Like a dragster.
It's not even gonna be the same as in person.
No, but it's
Is it like deeper sounding,
Oh,
or
yeah,
is it like?
it's like a cackle, like it's like
I want to hear.
it's
it.
like explosions.
Yeah.
Really?
Like I mean, I know all motor running is explosions, but
Pounds against your chest
it-
when they crank them up.
Oh, okay. Tighten right up.
yeah, I don't. None of this is tight yet. Anyway, because I just want to get it all.
Are you ever actually going to start it?
Maybe one day. I would like. I've been taught. You know, the guy who originally built it may show up at some point. So like, if he came, then I would hate to ruin it. And this shit is not your friend, man. Nitro, I mean, is.
So you have to start it on Nitro?
Well, I guess I could change the whole thing, but again, I don't like. You could change all and run it on gas or something, but what's the point in
You
that?
could just run it by spraying something on it, like you said, right?
I
It
guess.
wouldn't sound like,
Well, because you'd spray alcohol. It won't start on nitro. You have to spray alcohol in it
yeah.
to get it to start.
Ether?
Yeah, methanol.
Yeah. The spray can stuff?
No. Like a Sure Shot can full of like race methanol,
Oh, okay.
and you spray it in there, and then it when it starts, you turn the fuel on, and the nitro comes in.
Highly
I
explosive.
believe. Again, I've never had one of these.
This is the fuel tank?
Yeah,
So it's only good for...
Quarter mile.
quarter mile. Yeah. Tom, there's a hose I think with like a brass looking fitting thing maybe on the. Not the big giant one. Yes, that. Thank you.
So you did this. You replaced that.
Yeah.
Which was that one?
Yeah, I'm replacing all the braided line because I just don't like braided line, and some of it's frayed and sharp. So I don't like the way it looks. Number one, number two, it'll cut your damn hands off. Like
But
it's,
it looks like original. Like maybe you can...
Yeah.
Can you come up? Can you get like...
I could have bought this stuff again. I just don't like it.
No, but it's how it was built.
I know.
You don't
but
think this takes away from the aesthetics? Kind of.
I don't care.
No.
Yeah.
Of course you do. You
No, I really
fucking
don't
painted
because
it
I'm
and
gonna
took it all
get I'm gonna
apart.
get rid of all this blue.
Are you?
Yes. Because I just don't like there was nothing else when they built this bike probably but these red and blue anodized.
No, man, that was the coolest shit in the world. Man.
I guess.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, man. When you opened up a car hood and it had all these braided, the real braided ones,
Yeah.
not the ones that were wrapped, but the real ones with all those aluminum fittings, that was the heavy duty shit, right, Tom?
Yeah, that was the cool stuff.
It was like, oh man, this guy spent probably $2,000 a year, man.
On his fittings, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but you know.
No, I don't think you are.
Yeah.
I think it ought to look like it did the day that it drag raced.
Well, I know, but I'm not doing that exactly because I'm getting rid of the braided line. It has to have a custom air cleaner of some sort. I don't like you can't just put some store-bought air cleaner on it with the way the whole thing is. You know? I mean, that's my opinion.
No, and I got you with that.
Yeah.
Stuff on my neck down because something been bothering me for like 3 days.
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah, it almost feels like a pulled muscle. Like something's going on. I don't know what the hell it is.
I mean, it could happen.
I don't like it though. I always think of the
Maybe it's a tumor.
yeah, exactly. I always think of the worst thing.
It's not a tumor. So, we got our pump plumbed here, our splitter all of our lines going back to our fuel tank. This last fitting takes a cap on it. I'm not sure what that was for. Maybe they just put an extra one in case they needed it. So we got our feed line to the pump. We got everything to our distribution block, our returns. We got a return line from the throttle body. We're just going to make up our throttle body line here. And then I'm going to route the actual injector lines, which are in the heads. And get these put on as well. Yeah. What's that?
I just sent you something.
Oh, okay. I mean, we could make something like that with anything you wanted on it. You know?
Make it how? Cast?
3D print it and cast it, yeah. That's an easy cast.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like when we did that points cover, you know, it's just like basically a totally flat thing, you know.
Yeah. Nicole won't let him out.
He could be out, he just can't be loose in there because if somebody opens the door, he might bolt. Got one line wrong here, gonna have to remake. This goes here. And this is gonna go to here, so we're gonna have to make a new piece of line. This one's a little too short. So, took plenty of pictures, so I just had to find the right one to give me the visual I needed. Alright, so that's it. We got our complete fuel system plumbed, new lines. Let me know what you guys think. Did I blow it by not going back with the braided lines? I just really hate this blue anodized stuff. I'm going to figure out, I had some chemical one time that stripped the blue anodizing right off. I got to try and remember what it is. And because I want to strip all the rest of this blue shit off and get it down to just nice clean aluminum. But let me know what you think. Did I screw up by not keeping the blue and red with the braided lines? I'm curious what everyone thinks. Not that I'm going to change it because I've already done it and probably not going to redo that amount of work. But let me know. So I figured while I was sitting here, I'd make up the two oil lines.
209 for aluminum, John.
Yeah, see that seems a little pricey, but
How long does it take you to make one?
the plate, I'd have to see it. I got to see exactly what it is. But Nicole, you remember I got one fitting yesterday, like a 90 like this kind, huh? Yeah. Yeah. What'd you do with it?
Yeah, I did. I don't really have a lot to say.
He came in, he shit talked my work,
Yeah.
and he left.
I did not.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's all right though.
I did not. I said it. I like me.
No, I know.
It has nothing to do with you. I know you already. I just think, like, are you going to make it original or are you going to not?
Well,
And you painted it back original.
I'm doing it majority original, but
The things you don't like, you're changing.
just
That
really
makes sense.
just this. Really just this is the only thing.
And as long as you do them all, it won't make a difference.
Right. Yeah, because you'll never know what was there anyway.
All right.
And like the injector lines are black rubber hose. The ones that run into the head. It's hard line and black rubber hose over there, which is original.
Just meat like meat only.
So
What is that?
this oil line.
No? Like clothes or just
It's sort of a. It's just that there. It just is only for the crank. Just pushes it through and sucks it back out. And it's like
Really? That's
yeah,
it?
it's next to nothing. Because there's no oil in the top end anymore.
No?
Nah, open push rods and rockers and everything.
Oh, so it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
They don't. What lubricates the cylinders?
Splashing oil.
Really, that's it. God damn.
You take it apart, you know, probably every time you run it. Plus, it's got Teflon buttons in the piston skirts that actually ride in the cylinders. So, all right, guys, one other thing we got to do on this bike is it originally had a little like number plate of sorts on the front end, just a aluminum, kind of worked as an air dam or what have you. So it was gone when I got the bike, but I got the old pictures of the bike from the original builder and it was on there. So we're going to replicate one of those here. Real simple. We're just going to draw it up for the Maverick to cut out. It'll be basically a square, some rolled edges. We're going to get some radiuses on the corner. I think a 1/4 inch radius. And maybe we'll go 3/4. That did not work. Let's back out of here. Try that again. 0.75. Yeah, I like that better. So we're going to do this to all 4 corners. And then I'm going to put a couple little holes right in the center. We'll do a 1/4 inch hole. That ain't right. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, there we go. We'll drop another one down here. And this will give us somewhere we'll have to make some kind of mounting bracket. And it'll give us a spot to mount it. We'll have to make some kind of bracket probably. And then we're going to roll this edge here as a radius so it fits around the fork tubes. So very simple, obviously, but just one more piece of the puzzle coming together. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today. Got the whole fuel system all put back together. One of the oil lines, I need another fitting. Really happy with the progress on this thing. It's really going together super quick. We got a little bit of sheet metal work to do on some of the body. Obviously got to get a new rear tire, new chain and stuff, but we're really making great progress on this. There's going to be no problem getting it done for our event in February, which I'm hoping I'm going to announce here pretty soon. I don't want to speak up until the organizer of the event mentions us, just out of courtesy. I don't know if he wants everybody knowing who's coming until he announces it. So once he does that, we'll let everybody know. As always, I appreciate you guys spending some of your time with us. Please don't forget to share all these videos if you can and subscribe to our channel for our latest updates. And we hope to see you next time at Gaddy's Garage.